Hi everyone, and welcome to another daily video from Shopify Dropshipping Lifestyle. My name is Ricky Hayes. Today's video is going from being a beginner with Facebook ads to an expert in a single video, okay? It's really not that hard, so let's get straight into it. So first, what you'll need is a business manager. So if you just literally Google Facebook business manager, it'll guide you through. You make a business manager, it takes 5 minutes. We're going to spend some time going through all of these, and then I have some tools that'll help you to make your ads, to find products, look at trends, various things like that. So the audience insights, run into that in a previous video. Audience insights is extremely powerful. Sorry, I do have a cold. And audience insights will allow you to look at audiences based on the country to get an idea as to what their interests, demographics and stuff is. So if I put in, because I love dogs, or you've probably seen that quite as a trend, see here that we've got age and gender. We can see that 69% of people on out of men and women that are into dogs. So 69% of the audience related to dogs are women, 31% men, 54% of these are on Facebook. So what that means is the other 46% is on Instagram. All right, that's how big Instagram is. It doesn't really show you much data to do with Instagram, which is kind of annoying. I'm sure they're going to integrate that more in the future. You can see stuff like pay, and obviously as well, you can see their different ages and what's the predominant age demographics of these. So obviously 25, 34. Are they married? Are they single, etc.? So you can still see at this age is what you'd expect. You can even see their type of jobs as a general overview. You can see the type of interest. So I've put in the dogs, PetSmart, I love dogs. These are all interests you can use for your targeting in your ads. Okay, you can use this. So I can actually now, I could go PetSmart. And this will change it a bit. We're going to see down the bottom here, it's going to change. See, I love my dog. I can now save this as an audience. So dogs. And I can come back to it. So if I want to have a look at this in the future to get some ideas, some inspiration, I've got it right at my fingertips. It's how easy it is. Obviously, location being US. You can even narrow down to the various states. So you can see Oklahoma is a big one. I'm not sure. I don't look at this all that much, but that is stats there. You can look at the frequency, their page likes, comments. This is over the last 30 days on average. Again, this is all average. The important things that you can see from this is the devices. You can see that the predominant devices. So it's always mobile. Computer's there, but you can just see how big mobile is, all right? Just how big mobile is. That is a big key tip from being a beginner to an expert, is understanding that most of your sales are going to come from mobile. iPhone and Android, and that is important to know because your website needs to be optimized around that. This works not only just for dropshipping, this works for any type of business doing any type of marketing on Facebook. Okay, this is why I'm running through it, and I'm trying to keep it condensed. But you can see this basically just gives you an idea of audience to generate ideas. You can use these in your interest targeting. All right, your creative hub. You won't use the Creative Hub much. You can actually just do a lot of testing here. You can make projects, especially if you have a team. You can, basically, it's just planning out a project before it actually goes live. All right, so if you're a large corporation and you're looking to make a marketing campaign, you want to make up an actual project and have people involved and have your ad accounts. So, you know, your big idea starts here. Move mock-ups to a shared project if you want to collaborate with your team. So obviously this is private. You can choose your image, text, you know, you can, it'll give you ideas, your view formats. You're going to see all the different view formats. So this is purely if you're wanting to try and get an idea first. And you can see all the different actual placements that Facebook have to your marketing campaign. All right, and it's important, especially to understand these different placements, okay? The main placements is undoubtedly going to be Facebook newsfeed and Instagram newsfeed for you. Then there's going to be Messenger, then there's Instagram stories, right column, marketplace, There's lots, and so you can do that all in here, just making some simple mock-ups, okay? This is more for if you're really planning a large-scale project that you know is going to do well, okay? It is very handy to know, very good to look through, gives you some ideas. You know, you can see image, text, frequently asked questions, things like that. But for the most part, that's not one of the main tools. That's for, let's see how it's got planning. So now we've got our create and manage, which takes you back to your homepage. All right, so you can go over to your business settings from here, and this is actually where you actually see the whole back end of your actual settings. So my name's Andrew Apple. Here you can add people, you can add partners, which are agencies. They have to apply for that. It's a stupid program Facebook have, where these agencies, blah blah. It's meant to be a more authority-based thing, but if you are a partner, that's where they'll have a partner ID. You add them in there, because adding in a person is different to adding in an agency, okay? Because if they're an agency, they can have multiple users on the back end, and that they then have access through the partner portal, all right? So here, you know, I've made a dog page, all right? So I've made a page, and you can stipulate access to that page to anyone. So anyone that's in as a person or a partner, you can stipulate their level of access. Page advertiser, moderator, editor, and admin. And then you have your ad account. So you have ad accounts. So you have your page, which is just your page, what your customers see, and then you have your ad account. You can have multiple ad accounts. As you grow, you'll probably want to have a couple more for backup, because sometimes Facebook can actually disable them based off various policies, their reviews. In most cases, it's very rare. But basically, you can stipulate this access again if they only just have access to an analyst just to view it, an advertiser, or an admin again. So you can stipulate all of that. It's as simple as that. When you add the person in, it'll prompt you. It's got a simple property that you can add properties. You don't mostly use properties. You're going to have catalogs, okay? And again, your catalogs, if you're doing e-commerce, is for your products from your store, whether it's WooCommerce, Shopify, BigCommerce, whatever the other one's called, I keep forgetting. And basically, you're pushing it across here, because you can see I made a TrackFi one, because I, in a previous video, made a video around TrackFi, which is what I highly recommend watching, definitely for experts. And basically, it pushes your catalogs of products, so then you can do DPA ads. Dynamic product ads is what they're known as. I'll go through that shortly. And then you have apps as well. So if you're an app developer, basically like making an actual app for a phone or something, that's where that'll show up there. Again, you got your pages. So you have your pages. You can add pages. You can request access to a page. Adding a page is different to creating a new page. So adding a page is basically you already own it. Creating a new page is, as it says, creating a new page. And then you just basically make the page, and you know, you put an image of it. So if we have a quick look, so again, you know, you can add a picture and then a background. Your page is being unpublished. You know, I haven't published it, of course. And then you're an admin, and you can start to modify all of this. You can go into the about section. I don't know why you have to double click it. Some reason it just bugs. You can change the button from send message to edit button to contact you, shop now. If you're e-commerce, shop now. Learn more if you're like a business around subscriptions or a service orientated business. You can modify all of these fields, okay? So it's important that you do that, because basically, for some reason, an aerospace company is what I made it as, but it tells customers about your business. It gives a bit more authority, legitimizes your business. That's all there is pretty much to that. It's pretty straightforward. You've got as well your actual settings. So in the back end here, you've got a lot of options that you can go through. Connecting your Instagram, cross-posting authorizations, apps that you can connect to your page, edit your page, moderation, you know, visibility, profanity. You know, if you're doing e-commerce, you want to turn, especially drop shipping, profanity being, doesn't mean that it has to be swear words, but words like China, AliExpress, Alibaba, crap, long shipping time, shipping, etc., etc. That's where you can then do that, and it actually hides them so that customers don't see it, and it does it automatically. So what it means is that, you know, you might be asleep, your customer service agent may be asleep, or whatever, and in that 2-3 hours you could have missed out on a sale or two simply just because someone's seen that a negative review. So you can try and hide the ones that are frequently negative reviews. It's a really handy way to do it, okay? You can turn reviews on, turn reviews off. Obviously, if you're a business and you're doing well, you want that turned on, all right? All these settings you can go through. There's a lot to it. I would highly suggest going through the help articles that Facebook have if you're really wanting to do that, all right? It is valuable to know. For the most part, you won't use a huge amount of those, if I'm honest, but you can also see things like your insights of your page. You know, but insights is your own individual audience insights. You know, people commenting, liking, age, all of that. It's really quite in depth. Obviously, you know, you need a page with at least probably 10,000 people for this to be tangible data, because you know, by that time you'll probably be posting daily, multiple times a day, whatever, and then you can sort of see, you know, it gives you an idea of what type of posts work, what don't. If you go to some of the biggest pages like Tasty and that, with millions of people on them, you'll see a very common similarity between their videos, and they're all how to make a cooking meal, whatever it is, and I must admit they're nice. Yeah, especially the Mexican ones. Anyway, and they've obviously seen from their data shows them what posts actually do best, and so they've obviously keep making those, and it engages their audience and keeps growing. So very important to know. Again, starting out, you won't be using this much, but later on in the game, as you start to build a brand or whatever type of page, this data is very valuable, all right? And again, this is all just teaching people from beginner to expert. Ad accounts, again, you can add multiple ad accounts. You need to have spent a good amount of money before you can add multiple ad accounts. I believe it's $500. Facebook, sometimes they just limit that. That's just how they have it set. Apps, you can add apps. So again, phone apps, stuff like that. Instagram account, it has to be a business Instagram account, okay? So if you have an Instagram, if you have a Facebook page and then you have your Instagram account, make it a business account. You have to do it on mobile. Instagram have help articles for that. It's in your settings, convert it to a business account. If you're an e-commerce store, then you can push your catalog to there. You can tag products so people can actually shop on Instagram. You build a following and you start driving organic sales. Again, projects is pretty much the same if you would see it in the Creative Hub. Data sources, again, catalogs. So it's your actual catalog of products and of whatever that may be. If I have a look here, this is the one that I made that has my beautiful self and on my catalog. Here we go. And basically, under products, I should see, yes, look at that dazzling fella. You can, obviously, I added this manually. All you need to do on Shopify, add the Facebook sales channel, connect your Facebook page, it'll connect to your business manager, push your whole catalog. That's it. There isn't a huge amount to it. You can create ads. So see how catalog sales, it's known as a catalog sale, but it's also DPA, dynamic product ad, catalog sale, same thing. I haven't gotten any purchases. This is just a bogus setup. You got your product sets. You can actually make product sets. Basically, if you have 1,000 products and that you want to make a DPA ad that retargets people based on 3 of those products, you can just basically filter and say, I only want these 3 products in this ad. If you want to do that, it's really easy to do. You got your product data sources. Again, that's like your RSS type feed where it's pushing it from. If you have your Shopify one there, you'll see your Shopify one. Your event data sources is basically just telling you of errors, and I have a few. And then you have your settings, frequency, like what it connects to, stuff like that. You won't need to look at that all that much. Once you set it up, it's pretty good to go. Now, oh, that's so annoying. Anyway, we'll just keep working along here. Your ads manager is where you'll spend most of your time. Okay, so this is where I want to give you all some good feedback. I've made some videos already around this, but I'm going to throw it into one as sort of like an all-in-one guide that I just wanted to do. But I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. Here, you get an overview of all your data, amount spent, reach, impressions. So reach and impressions are different. So reach will always be higher than impressions. Basically what that means is that you might reach 100,000 people and your impressions is only 60,000. All right, what that means is that Facebook defines reach as hitting all these people, but impressions are people that actually took a bit more action in regards to what you can see. The country, location, account name. It's pretty cool, huh? And you can go creative reporting. So you can even make reports and spit them out and then send them to someone. So if you're an agency, you'll probably want to make a report, and that report you can then send to your clients. Campaigns, and so again, that's very important, mainly for agencies. You know, you can make custom columns and then save it, send a link, export the title, table data, etc. A lot of the fucking agencies out there are rip-off pieces of shit anyway. So here you can go create. Now, there's two ways. I go the quick start because I'm an expert. As a starting out beginner, you want to go the guided creation, all right? So I'm going to give you all a run through of all these different objectives, why they're important, and what one, so you can understand what one is for you. Brand awareness. If you're a brand and you're wanting to make awareness of your brand, basically you just follow this. Increases awareness of your brand by reaching people who are more likely to be interested in it. So if you're a gym trying to make yourself into a gym brand, you would just put that out there and use like the learn more call to action button. CTA is what it also stands for. Reach is you just want to hit as many people as possible. Show your ad to the maximum number of people. So if you want to just really, brand awareness and reach are very similar, but reach is basically just going to, for every cent you spend, try and hit as many people as possible. All right. That's more, again, for if you're trying to really build a brand, put your name out there, you're willing to spend some cash just to say, this is who I am. You're not really trying to get sales or cash flow through the door or sign-ups or leads at any point. Yeah, you're purely just trying to put your name out there so that then down the line you can lock them in, all right? Traffic is basically if you're running to a website. So if you're running a blog, e-commerce, and you form a website and you just want traffic. So traffic would work best for a blog because you want to try and promote something that's interesting to someone, an audience, your audience, and you want as much traffic as possible because on blogs you're running affiliate links. They click your affiliate link, they buy some product, they sign up for some service, they provide their email, they whatever. But your objective for blogs would be traffic for the most part. Traffic campaigns work really well for that. Engagement is it's used for e-commerce. I don't agree with it. And it can be used for brands. Again, you can see how these all overlap in a lot of regards, but you want to try and understand the core differences between them. Get more post engagements, likes, event posts, and more. So engagement would be really well, again, for it's more geared towards events. It's more geared towards seminars and stuff like that, where you're trying to get people interested in it, and they're going to comment and share with their friends and tag their friends and stuff like that. So that's what you're really trying to get at there, because then they're going to see it, they're going to click your ad, and they're going to go and try and sign up for that seminar, for that event, whatever it may be. That's what you really want. So if you're running things like that, that's mainly what you want. Or if you're trying to sell a service and you're trying to put your name out there, that'll work well. App installs, as the name says, that's an easy one. Just basically just trying to get more installs of your app. So if you have like I get marketed all the time, game apps, that'll work well for you. That's all you need to do. And it just guides you through it. Video views is if you have a video and you want as much views as possible. Same as reach. Basically that its objective is just to get as much views as possible. Now, when it comes to video views, there's different percentiles. So there's 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 95%. Facebook defined 95% as 100%, basically. And it's going to optimize your ad to hit people that it has data on that are going to watch your video. Now, again, and watch as much of the video as possible. The reason is that you want to do that, again, if you're running like a YouTube channel, you want people to watch it, get interested, and sign up for your service. Or if you're, it does work for e-commerce, not as well. If you're trying to, again, run a blog and you want video views of your long video and they're going to get interested and sign up, that works well there. So you're just wanting it for video views. Lead generation is, as the name says, which I'm sure many of you heard, but again, we'll run through it. Drive more sales leads, such as email addresses from people that are interested in your brand or business. So if you're an agency, let's say, or for example, and your job is to try and help generate leads for a dentist, then you would use that, because what you're trying to do is you're not trying to directly sell them. What you're trying to do is you're trying to push them down basically through a funnel. And you'll show them the ad, they'll click the ad, they'll see the services, see what's provided, see what they get. You know, do they get a free checkup? You know, do they, so like with the dentist, free checkup, and then that checkup turns into, you got a small cavity. There you go, $180 for a $3 lead or something, right? Let's say. And the whole objective with lead generation is really to get their contact information for then the business to contact the customer, lock that customer in, and inadvertent basically turn that into a paying customer. Messages is for instant messaging on Messenger. So if you have an audience, you can actually target those people. Let's say entrepreneurs. You can use the interest entrepreneur, and you can send people a private message that Facebook will send, and it'll charge you based off each message sent and read. For most of you probably watching this, you're probably doing e-commerce. So this is the basically where you want to be. So conversion. So website conversions. So basically you are a website and you're wanting to sell something. You're directly trying to sell something. And so you want to go conversions. You want to convert the traffic into buying customers. So that's what conversions works for you. Again, if we drive valuable actions on your website in your app or in Messenger. So basically, you know, you're sending them to your website. You're saying, hey, add to cart, initiate checkout, purchase. And Facebook will help find people that are likely to do that. Then your catalog sales, as we've been through, your catalog DPA is you have your catalog connected and you make ads there. Store visits. So this is for if you have a physical brick and mortar store. So if you have a physical store, you want people to come into your store, this is the type of campaign that you would run, all right? So that pretty much explains all those different campaigns, all right? It gives you an idea of what they all do. It's very valuable to know. So again, if you're building a brand, and let's say it's a brand around a blog, you'll probably want to run traffic. If you are wanting to, if you're wanting to do, again, with a blog, and you're wanting to try and make a video, you probably want to use video views, so you hit as many people as possible. They're all in the back end set out much the same, but basically the objective you choose here tells Facebook what type of people you want to hit. Okay, so brand awareness people are people that just like to know about brands that the Facebook algorithm has determined based on their various actions, because it's all recorded. Traffic are people that like to just look at websites, basically. Engagement are people that like to just comment on everything. They're constant commenters. People that love app installs. They just love to install apps and stuff around in apps, like a free app, and then as in-game purchases. Bam. People that love to lead generation. People that are likely to be people that are interested in a dentist, that are willing to give out their information more likely. Messages, people that are likely to open their messenger and take valuable action there. Conversions, people that are likely to purchase, you know, because that's what a conversion's for. So I'm going to go in conversions, and the reason is that I'm choosing that is basically because that's where most of you that are all watching my videos will be interested in. So this will run through how this works. So for starters, I don't do create split test. I don't do budget optimization. Your campaign name can be anything. So I like to name it the type of objective. WC, website conversion. And then let's put dogs. So I like to use the example dog collar. So we know at face value what type of campaign it is, and yes, and we know what the campaign actual product is. So now you sort of know. Now, firstly, you don't need to create multiple new ad sets. All right. You can show advanced options, so you can actually use templates, existing info. If you really want, I don't do it. I prefer, I'm a bit manual that way. So here is where you choose your purchase pixel, is what I call it. So these are all pixels, and these are all defined based on various things. So add to basket. Track when items are added to a shopping basket, e.g. clicking landing page on the add to cart button, add to basket button, sorry. And see how it's got sources, your pixel? That's the pixel that you've made. And we'll go through that momentarily. I go purchase, because what I want is I want a website conversion, which means I'm converting those people into a purchase. And these purchase events are basically for telling, so now we've told Facebook that we want a conversion, so we want traffic that is going to convert, and we want those people that are going to convert into purchases. Okay, when you're optimizing for add to cart, you're still going to get purchases. When you're optimizing for view content, you're still going to get purchases. But when you go straight for purchase, you're specifically telling Facebook algorithm exactly what you want. All right, and that will define you a very big difference. All right, but you can see these are all just different pixels for different objectives, and you've got heaps. You know, if you're doing lead gen, you do lead. If you want registration, lead gen, then you do complete registration. Very different objectives give you very different results. All right. So in your ad set name, you want to use a template. So basically, see how it's put Australia 18 plus. It'll do that by default. So again, I like to put dog collar, the name of the product. Then I do slash as like another section. Then I put purchase for the type of pixel. You can see how I work down. Basically, then I choose my countries. So Australia in this case. Then age, so 18 to 65 plus. Whoops. Then we got gender and languages. So gender, male, men and women. And then languages, so we just put English all, because there's an option English all, okay? So English all, meaning UK and US basically. Then you have your targeting, always untick, expand interests. It's not useful at all. So then you put in your interests. So again, for dogs, for dog collar, I'm gonna put in dogs, and I'm just gonna keep it simple. And then you put in online shopping. Now you can see how these all relate to your audience insights, all right? So these relate to what you've done in your audience insights. For some reason my thing's bugged out. You can see my cursor is bugging out. But these are interests. So what we're doing is we're now telling Facebook, well, we've said we want people that are going to purchase. For some reason that hasn't applied. We want people that are going to purchase. These are the people, these are the locations, these are the ages, these are their type of interests. So you can see how now, if I put dogs plus online shopping, the reason that this is so valuable is because when you make heaps of ad sets, you can see at glance what this ad set is. So it's important to be consistent, okay? Because it's money left on the table otherwise. And then you go automatic placement by default will be set, and you want to change to edit placements. So I want to show you this because these are all the placements where your ad can show. Now, guaranteed by default, what's going to happen is it's going to target Facebook newsfeed and Instagram newsfeed. Then it'll start targeting your right column, which is only for desktop, and then it's going to target Messenger, and then it's going to start targeting stories and that there too. So stories is actually quite a new placement on Facebook as well. But basically, these are all the placements. So based on what data you get, you can optimize for it. So if you're doing all of these and you find for some reason that Instagram stories is doing really well, then you make another ad just purely stories, because in theory that means you're going to get more money for your buck. All right, so that's pretty much all there is to it. It's just ticking, unticking, because you're just telling Facebook, this is what we're doing right now, is we're telling Facebook who, where, what, why. All right, and then you got your mobile devices, so you can actually narrow down. You can narrow down, let's say Android, to, you can even choose the type of one, like newer versions, older versions. Now, that may this would probably be more beneficial if you got an app. All right, if you're using an app install, you might be not supporting version 5 and below. So for you, you might want to change that. And same with iPhone. All right, you can choose only when connected to Wi-Fi. What that means is if the phone is connected to Wi-Fi, it'll only show this ad if they are. In theory, what that is meant to do is it's meant to make it so that your website loads faster. However, I have found that is just not true. With the fact that most internet, 3, 4, 5G connections now are just so fast anyway, it really makes no difference. And watch my other videos on how to circumnavigate that. If you're running an e-commerce store, I would suggest watching them anyway. They're very valuable videos on product research and engaging with your audience anyway. Very valuable, all completely free. So you can add block lists, you can add exclude categories, you can exclude gambling, dating, tragedy and conflict, mature age content. You can add block lists, so you can, but you'll never really use those really at all. Now if I go show advanced options, so this is going to by default always set your daily budget to $20. You set it to whatever you want. That is a lot of money spent on a daily basis. I am sure Facebook would be sort of, what the hell? But basically, let's say $10. You run it continuously. So basically, you can start a set. You can either schedule it to be for a specific time frame. If you're, let's say, running an event and you only want to run an ad maximum of 3 days, then you can set it so that after 3 days it'll turn off, and that's it. That's it. Or you can schedule it to run indefinitely until you turn it off. That's the better option to run, okay? Because you launch them at midnight, because Facebook runs on a 24-hour time frame, and same with Instagram, that it'll optimize it from midnight over a 24-hour time frame, okay? So if you start optimizing it from 1 in the afternoon, it's going to spend your entire budget in that 11-hour time frame, whereas your audience might be 8 o'clock in the morning. Might do better. And what will happen is the more data you get, it'll just optimize and it'll just blast your audience at the times that it actually finds best. But if you want that manual control, you can also have that, alright? So optimization for ad delivery. You have conversions. We'll deliver your ads to the right people to help you get the most data. You can even see, this is where it gets confusing. And this is the difference between a beginner and an expert, alright? So experts will always go conversion. Just stick within conversion. It's simple and it's quick, and that's all you need. Landing page views will deliver your ad to people who are more likely to click your ad. Again, they're people that aren't likely to actually make a sale. Link clicks, people that are going to click your ad. Impressions, you're going to see as many people as possible. Daily unique reach, make as many impressions, and then reach is just to hit blast as many people as possible. But again, see how Facebook have recommended? Alright, so basically what that means is that just follow Facebook's recommendations. Alright, in that case, just use most of their recommendations. Now you got your conversion window. Select the amount of time it typically takes for someone to complete a valuable action after clicking or viewing your ad. We use data generated using this time frame to optimize ad delivery. So in most cases, you want to use these two. They're not really useful. You want to use after clicking my ad. So if you're running a product under $50, you want a 1 day after clicking. So basically instant buy. If it's a product that's over $50, the general consensus is that you do 7 days, because they hum and ha. Because $50 and above is technically in the e-commerce world defined as a high ticket product. All right. So keep that in mind. If, however, both will work. All right, both will work. It's up to interpretation of what you believe is better. I just go 1 day click simply just because I like to keep a consistent approach. I have previous videos on this. I suggest going to watch them, okay? I'm just giving everyone an overview of how this all works. Again, you can schedule, so you see how you can actually schedule it. It only works on a lifetime budget, being this option, and you can set a start and end date and then schedule it. Your delivery type, you can run it as standard or accelerated. Always want to leave it as standard. It could hurt you really big time in terms of wasting your money. Continue. So here is now, this is pretty much the same for nearly any of them. You can choose carousel. So if you have multiple images, see how you got a little preview there, multiple images, and people are going to see it as a carousel that they can pretty much swipe through and see various different images relating to that product, service, whatever that may be. single image is if you're just wanting to show a single image of your service, of your product, of a testimonial with a bit of ad copy. A single video, as the name says, just a video is very similar to a single image, except instead of an image, it's a video with the same ad copy. Slideshow is multiple images that you can make for free and make it into a video slideshow with a bit of video. And a collection, so you can actually use a collection, like your actual collection pushed from your store if you want it as well. But let's just go carousel. So here you got manually choose images or fill the template dynamically. So if you have, again, see how you got a catalog and you can automatically just push the products. So if we push this product, for some reason, something to do with my, I haven't set it up properly, but doesn't matter. Basically, you can get, if you go manual, you can enter the text and you can say blah blah blah. I am so awesome. And what it'll then do, and again, it's bugged out. I think, yeah, it's bugged out. But you'll just see a preview here of the different options. All right, and you have these are all your placements, so you can actually view your placements to make sure it looks nice. All right, to make sure it looks nice, and because that's what you want to try and do. All right. Again, there isn't a huge amount to it. Automatically show the best card first, and for DPA you would definitely want to do that because it means you get the best conversion. Add a card at the end of your business, so you want to promote your business. And then you can select images. You can go video slideshow, so if you have the images, make a slideshow video. You add your headline, so this is underneath the product. We'll have awesome dog collar, and then the description, 50% off plus free shipping, and your destination URL. So you can have, you could do, this is why carousel is very effective. You could actually make destination URL being that you could have collection carousel. So one could be, I don't know, dog collars, another one could be dog coats, and another one could be dog toys. And you send them all to those collection pages and they just browse and buy. And that's a very effective strategy. See more URL is your homepage, basically. So you just put that in because that'll be relates to your profile picture. When they click that, it'll take them to your homepage. You don't want to use your see more display link. You don't need that. And your call to action button. So you have different call to action buttons for different objectives. For e-commerce, it's always shop now. For if you are running lead gen, sign up. YouTube, subscribe, watch more. Again, that would probably be YouTube. See menu if you're obviously running a restaurant. Request time, basically if you're trying to get appointments from people, you know, you're a doctor and you want more appointments. Send message, you know, you can send them a message to instant messenger. Apply now if you're like a university or college or something where people apply to actually for a job or something. Book now, you know, again, if you're wanting to book in a dentist. Contact us if you're just wanting to contact them to inquire about a piece of furniture. Download if you're wanting to download like some cheat sheet like I have in below. Actually, speaking of that, there's a cheat sheet down below, so make sure to download it. It's very helpful for you. Get offer is, again, they're providing you some offer that's going to be a benefit to you, so you're saying I want that offer. Get show times, obviously if you're running an event. Listen now for like a podcast, play a game if you want an app. So you can see how basically these call to action buttons are very important, because having the right call to action button helps drive that traffic as well. So if you're trying to sell something, you want them to shop now. If you're wanting to install an app, install app. Is that what it was called? Play game. So if you want to play a game, then that's what you would choose, okay? That's pretty much it. And all the campaigns are much the same in the back end. So this will be pretty much the same for any of them. It's just you're optimizing for different objectives. That's why I wanted to spend some time telling you about the objectives. All right. Now leave this page. Thank you. So now you know Ads Manager. I'm going to try and get through as much of this as possible. Page posts, you can actually, again, if you have a page, you can schedule page posts. You can preview them. You can publish them. You can unpublish them. You can moderate posts. Now, this is buggy as well, I found. I don't know why. But here you can see you got scheduled, published, ad posts. So ad posts being is your ads. Your scheduled posts is posts to a page that are just scheduled, that's for organic. All right, and so you can choose link, carousel, photo, video, status. You can choose all of these and you can schedule them. and much the same. It's a very consistent experience. This is mainly for if you are running a page and you're wanting to provide consistent posts, then you want to do that, all right? So that's what page posts are for. And then you'll see your ad posts basically is if you make an ad, it'll make an ad post, and you can actually see and moderate the comments and stuff like that there. Your app dashboard is, again, if you have an app, you become a Facebook developer, get social apps and more. Again, you have to register for that, all right? But basically, that's all that is. So that's more for app developers when this loads. App ads helper, again, if you're making an app, basically these are for third-party apps that integrate with Facebook, like Espresso, stuff like that, that actually help optimize your campaigns or do various things that actually help enhance your ads. Automated rules is something I use a lot. Love automated rules. Automated rules you can do for different objectives, for different things. You can see I've made one. So ROAS stands for return on ad spend. 20%, so obviously 20%, and 2.0 means 2.0 ROAS. So it means that I've spent $1 and made $2 back, which means that I get a 2.0 ROAS. Here you can make rules on everything. It's just completely up to you. Facebook have really opened this up, and you can send all active ad sets or all active campaigns. You can turn off if their ROAS is bad. You can vary heaps of different options, cost per website app. You'll have to sit through that, all right? But that's pretty much automated rules, is to try and help, again, drive a consistent approach to your various objectives. If you're trying to run apps and you're getting 10 installs a day, you might want to increase the budget. If you're hitting 10 installs and you're happy with that, increase the budget by 20% because it's hitting the objective count you're after. So here you got your reports, so you can see in-depth reports of impression device, DMA, being region. See, DMA is something you don't use much. Region, you'll use country, business locations, gender, age, all your demographics. Video, sound, type, destination, your call to action, people that click it, description, people that read it, headline, image. You can, that's from your dynamic creative set, being your DPA or your catalog sales. You can see this reports here, all right? These are very detailed reports. You can save as, you can export. Again, if you're like an agency or something, or even want to look at it yourself, it'll export it as a CSV. Test and learn, again, is basically the same as planning out a project, that you're basically just testing. Run tests, learn what works, grow your business. So what question do you want to ask? Which campaign causes the lowest cost conversions to occur? Set up test. How many conversions are all my Facebook ads causing? What you'll get will tell you how much your Facebook and ad account increases the rate at which people convert, blah, blah, blah. What you'll need a Facebook ad account. It's pretty much just like a step-to-step guide, and it's teaching you how to run ads. So, but you don't really need it. What my guide's doing is teaching you that anyway. Analytics, again, is just more looking at your pixel analytics. Page analytics, and then your pixel analytics. So you can look in depth into your actual pixel analytics. So you'll see like this bar, and it'll jump up and down. And it has just absolutely yes, cool. You can see, you can make reports, you can make a funnel, you can retention, cohorts, breakdown, journey, percentiles, event debugging. There's so much. You could spend literally your entire day in here and just look at reports. You've got an overview of everything, to sort of age, gender, location, device. Those are the main things you'll be after, because you can look at all of that data, but if you really want. But I just wanted to run through it. Your events, your events manager is basically just a headline, as you can sort of see for your pixel. So here you can make a pixel. If you're running e-commerce, you can track website activities. If you're running offline events, measure how your Facebook ads are driving real world outcomes such as shop purchases, booking. Upload offline data to track all ad conversions. So if you're running for a CRM, point of sale, internal systems, this is very effective. App installs, all right? So for iOS and Android, that's pretty much it. You got custom conversions. Custom conversions is you can learn from custom conversions, see the details of how custom conversions interact with your business, such as the price, style. Optimize, use custom conversions to show as to people who are most likely to take the actions. You can use this feature once you've recorded at least 50 conversions. So basically you make a custom conversion if you're like running e-commerce on a product that's doing extremely well, and then you can change it from purchase pixel, as I've shown you previously, to purchase pixel of this. So I could, I don't have a data source, so I have to add a data source, let's say, and this is one of the important things to do. So you name your pixel, it can be named anything. You go create, it's going to give you a guided tour, all right, and on how to set it up. It's going to set up your pixel, a unique pixel for you, and then it's going to ask you to set up integration, manually do it yourself. If you're running Shopify, it's got guides, you know, all of these it has guides for, very handy. You just go Shopify and you follow their guide, very easy to do. You copy it in, it'll verify it, and you know it's connected, so you can get as much tracking as possible. Then you can use that tracking data to then make custom conversion, and partner integrations is again just these apps that you can actually connect to your pixel. Basically that's all there is to that, and that explains all of these. Again, audiences is where you'll spend a lot of your time. You'll spend a huge amount of time in here. You can create custom audience. So if you're running with your pixel for whatever objective, whether it's lead gen, whatever, it's basically a filter. So if you have 100,000 people and you want to say, of these 100,000 people, I want the 10,000 people that added to cart for this product, then you could say, I want to create a custom conversion, custom audience of people that website traffic, and it won't show because I don't have it, but basically of people that added to basket. There'll be an option once you get data, add to basket over the last however many days, choose 180 days, and then you would choose, so add to basket, let's say that was add to basket 180 days, and you put the URL in, and the URL being the end part, the unique part of it, because it'll then filter through that and say, all right, these are the 10,000 people that added to basket of that product. Here you go. You now have a custom audience. You can use those custom audiences for retargeting, which is basically the same as before, except you put in the custom audience to say, you're specifying to Facebook, well, I already have this traffic, I want to retarget them, I don't want to target new people, I want to target them. And then it'll target those people because it has it in a filter. Lookalikes is then you make a custom audience, and then from that custom audience you make a lookalike. So you can tell Facebook, well, I have 10,000 people that have added to basket. I want to find millions of more people in the United States, let's say, or Australia, that are similar to those people, and it'll find people like that. Saved audience is if you, like what I did before, dogs plus online shopping, you can save that. Dogs plus online shopping 18 to 24, it's like a shortcut. Really, it's just so that you can make another ad and you could paste it in there, and you might do it because you might be testing different ad creative, you might be testing a new conversion window. All right, so that pretty much explains that to you. It's pretty straightforward. Watch my other videos for more in depth. This is an all-in-one that'll teach you from going from beginner to advanced, so you're learning all the fundamentals. Images is basically any images you've uploaded for any of your ads. So you can upload them there, or you can upload them in the actual ad business manager creation tool, but you'll see any of them listed here. All right, and so you can delete them, modify them, etc. Catalog, again, as you've seen, it'll show my two catalogs that I have. The one I manually made, the one that was pushed from a previous app that has that pushes all your products from your website into your catalog. You can see errors, add products, etc. Business locations. So again, if you're running at various business locations, it's yes. Okay, for some reason it's not showing for me. And again, you see how we touched on before, that block list. You could make a custom block list. So choose places you don't want your ads to appear. We show ads in different places, but always to your target audience. Block lists can help you control where your ads are seen. So block lists, you could make a block list on country. You have to upload it you know, website domains, app store, website block URLs, Facebook page URLs. You can put all of that there if you really want, if you really want to narrow that down. Same as with images, there's videos. So any videos you've uploaded, you can upload them here, and you can control them all here. See how you've got your audiences, you've got your images, and you've got your videos. So basically, I don't know what that is. Anyway. Basically, you can add a video here and it'll upload, and then you, rather than having to upload it when you're creating the ad, you just choose the video. Basically just a shortcut, that's all that is. Here you've got your settings. This is where you have your settings of your business manager. Again, it'll take us back to like our ad account. So it'll show your currency, your business name, your country. If you're an agency, ABN, which is Australian business number if you're from Australia, but other places will be different. That's basically it there. There's not much to it. It's pretty straightforward. You got your pages. Again, it's going to show you pages. I have one access to page exact, that's just there, otherwise I'll show them there. Your payment options, you can add PayPal or your card. Obviously you're paying for the ads and it'll automatically deduct it. You can change your spending limit if you want it to start charging you on $100 every $100 you've spent, your notifications, and that's it. So that pretty much gives you a guided run through of how Facebook Ads Manager, the back end, works, the various campaign types, the various settings. This will give you the tools that teach you how to run this. The other things I just wanted to touch on is some other tools that you'll use outside of Facebook to help you run your business better. Canva. Canva is a tool that a lot of people use. I use it to make my thumbnails, stuff like that. It's free. You can pay for it. You can make a team. It's extremely good. It's like Photoshop basically, but web-based. It is a bit cut down, but it's really, really simple, really easy. Highly recommend it for making ads, for cropping, making thumbnails, new images, etc. Very handy. Gives you a lot of, it's very simple to use, very handy. Adespresso is a Facebook and Instagram marketing partner. They're one of the big ones out there. Basically, it's a third-party tool that helps you to optimize your campaigns. You can even connect it to Google AdWords, MailChimp, etc. And it'll help you create, manage, analyze, collaborate, and learn. So basically, it's all around improving what you do, but better. And you can see, obviously, they've got some pretty big customers, and you know they know their stuff. Very handy tool. This is more, I would only suggest using it for if you're really using a brand. However, it does have, from memory, unless they've changed it, how it works. No, they may have changed it. But you used to be able to see people's ads and stuff here, which was really handy just to give ideas of how other ads work. But it's a third-party tool that's very handy, especially as you start to grow your business. It'll integrate with your Facebook and Instagram as well as Google, so you have your 3 biggest channels to sort of see. It basically just presents the data and helps optimize it in an easier fashion than Facebook does. fbdown.net is for if you're drop shipping and you want a video and you want someone else's video, you just copy the link of the video, paste it in there, and you can download the video. Google Trends is basically if you're wanting to find a trending product that you might want to start marketing. So you can see, of course, it's Kim Kardashian there. Look at that. Anyway, World Cup is very big, and football, etc. So you can see it's going to tell you that. So if I put in dog collar, it's going to give me some insights from Google's perspective. And again, although Google and Facebook are different, you can get a lot of similarities and overlap. All right, so we can see interest over time is always pretty much the same. Drops and peaks a little bit, but pretty much the same throughout the entirety of a year. You can see what areas really like it. New York. I mean, a lot of people in New York, it's a very large, isn't it, a state? Yeah, it is. Love dogs. You can see that. It's going to default to America. You can change it to worldwide. You can add in countries. You can change the time, the category. being various categories if you definitively know, and web search, image search, news search. So you get all that data, and you can see basically what this is for is if you have a product and you're wanting to see, is it on an upward, downward trend? Because if Google Trends is telling you that it's on this severe downward trend, then it's highly likely on Facebook that it's doing the same. Another one is watch count. So this connects to eBay. By default, it connects to your country. So for me, it'll be Australia. Just change it to US. You always want to use US. And you just, again, put in dog collar. So this will help you get an idea of dog collars that are doing really well, that are probably dropshipped. You can see here that I'm not sure if that's dropshipped, but that's obviously doing really well. We've got thousands of watches, people are highly interested. This is, by the looks of it, a dropship product. I believe I've seen this myself. And you can see it's got thousands of watches, and it just gives you an idea from a very large marketplace how it's going. There's also a tool for Amazon called Unicorn Smasher that you can put keywords in there and it'll do very much the same. So Unicorn Smasher, Google Chrome extension. Thieve.co is anyway, can't bother signing in. Basically, Thieve.co will help you find dropshipping items. So just sign in and you put in your category and you can find new items, new ideas. And the last one, I don't know why that's not loading. It's Camtasia. Camtasia is for videos. Canva is for images. Camtasia is a very simple, very effective tool to use to help basically make videos. It's like what I'm using to make this video. Alright, so now you pretty much you understand the Facebook ads as well as all the various tools you need to get started. So now you should be going from someone that wasn't sure to someone that has quite a lot of confidence in that field. That's pretty much it from today's video on that. Again, trying to keep it short and sweet. Watch my other videos, okay guys? Just watch those other videos. There's so much content there. I'm optimizing my YouTube channel to help with that, making more videos just around Facebook. I wanted to make a long one that was just an all-in-one that people can watch around Facebook that I think you'll all like, basically to give you the necessary tools to get started today rather than tomorrow. If you did like today's video, please drop a like, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because I drop daily value every day. Don't forget to join my group on Facebook, Shopify Dropshipping Lifestyle. It's a closed group. I help people there. I'm still slowly developing my new exclusive group. We'll have 100 seats only. It'll be lifetime access, and I'll be promoting that soon. Just been occupied with other things at the moment, and just taking my time. The group's growing rapidly. Great community, love it very much. The link down below for a free cheat sheet on Shopify Quick Start Guide, as well as it has Facebook tips in there. Don't forget to sign up for that. It's completely free. And then I'll send you updates on videos and stuff like that as well. And again, down below, if you are interested in coaching, there's a link down below. Just book in when you get a chance. And we'll arrange something at that point in time. Pretty easy, okay? But again, thank you very much for your time today. I hope this has helped you in understanding the back end of Facebook. I'll be providing more of these daily to help you all achieve your goals, okay? So thank you very much for your time, and goodbye.